Thank you so much, Thomas Mania BR, for this suggestion. He wants me to review 5 stock cars in one video, which is Markus Krankzler, Phil Tankson, Dirkson D'Agostino from Cars Tree, Buck Barringley, and Ernie Gearson from Cars Tree. So before I begin this review, this will be my last review before in this Chicago house and apartment before I move. And suggestions are closed. By the way, and there'll be a new video, and the next video will have a collection video, like a fresh new collection video. Like, if you do want to make a new suggestion video, feel free to. Like, I don't know when new suggestions will start, but I will let you guys know on my community tab. Possibly in mid-September, but I am not too sure. But before mid-September, I promise. Like I said, we are reviewing 5 stock cars from Cars Tree. Like, Mattel stopped making stock cars since 2022. Like, last time we got Tom Marcus from Thailand. So this year we are getting Race to Rescue Cal Weathers. This is the last release for 2025 in Case X, I believe, with Ron Hoover, I believe. Credit to the Facebook group, I believe. It's nice that kind of stock car is returning this year, but it'll be nice for the 20th anniversary of cars. For the new main line, there'll be more stock cars returning, like in Thailand, like Phil, Dirkson, Buck, and Ernie returning. First, let's do a Marcus screenshot of his appearances. He is the Cars Tree stock car Transberry Juice Racer in Cars Tree. After Lee Refkins got replaced along with Medford from Cars the Video Game. And before Bubba Wheelhouse took over in Cars Tree, the next gen Transberry Juice Racer. And Marcus did get replaced by Bubba Wheelhouse before one of the races before Los Angeles 500 before the Heartland Raceway, Speedway, I believe. review Markus Krankzler. So here he is, looks happy. This is the rare China version, number 6. The real reason why they changed him is because of the NASCAR version for Bubba Wheelhouse. Transberry juice. Let loose the juice. Same model as Bobby Swift. 3317, 331st day of 2017. One of the first 2018 releases. Piston Cup Line Revolting RPM Nitroade Octane Gang and Clutch Aid. I really love his design, and I did review him in the Piston Cup Nights episode. If you want to check it out, there'll be a card right above for the playlist, along with Sparemint this year. 6, I really love his bubbles. Transberry juice, he has more yellow. Let loose the juice, there's a slogan. And I love his water, black rims. Transberry, there's no juice on the side. And he never received a mini racer. And he's one of my favorite stock cars. Let's compare him to Lee Refkins, Medford, and Bubba Wheelhouse. Lee and Medford have unique numbers. Lee is the Cars 1 racer. Medford is the video game racer. Medford and Markus Krankzler have similar designs, but numbers are very different. Markus and Bubba have same numbers, but the real reason why they have the same numbers is because the Bubba Wallace's voice actor in Cars 3 for Pixar. So, who is your favorite Transberry Juice racer? Lee Refkins from Cars 1, Medford from Cars the video game, Markus Krankzler, or Bubba Wheelhouse? I think I have to go with, this is actually the factory on the rare factory customs Lee Refkins with the pink juice. So I think I prefer this one. He's the classic. He was released 2 years ago. I think I'll have to go with. And not only that, he was one of the first Kmart Day cars. By the way, in 2008. Rest in peace, Kmart. You will be missed. So I have to go with Medford. Medford is my favorite Transberry Juice racer. But what is yours? Let's move on to Phil Tankson. Screenshot of his appearances. He is the Cars Trade Nitroade stock car before Jackson Storm's first win in Cars 3. And not only that, after Jackson Storm's first win, he got fired and replaced by Tim Treadless quickly. And what's funny about that Tim Treadless was released first before Phil Tankson in the Cars 3 main line, and Phil Tankson was released last. So without further ado, let's review Phil Tankson. Phil Tankson didn't get enough attention. So here he is, and Just like Speedy Comet, his mouth is showing. Nitroade high energy drink. Won the class. Gray rims. 28. Piston Cup. Middle line evolving. RPM Nitroade. Octane getting clutch 8. 28. 1997. 199th day of 2017. Nice flames. 28, no flames on the rooftop. High energy drink. He is in the last case for the Cars Tree main line. Nice flames. He is kind of rare, but may have to get a replacement after I move. Definitely a unique diecast because of the mouth, though. Extremely unique, but one of my least favorite stock cars. I'll explain why. He has a really, really nice diecast. And has a red spoiler, red to orange. Let's compare him to Alan Cranksler, Jolson, and Tim Treadless. Alan Cranksler was Peg 1 quite a lot last year. Jolson is from Cars the video game. Phil Tankson is from Cars Tree. Tim Treadless had a lot of screen time in Cars Tree. Jolson is the only Nitroade racer that has a different number. Tim Treadless is the only racer that has a different design. And Nitroade is one of the original sponsors, along with Rusty's, Dinoco, Hostile Takeover Bank, Leakless, Octane Gang, RPM, and No Stall as well. So, which Nitroade race is your favorite? Alan Cranksler, Jolson, Phil Tankson, or Tim Treadless? Alan Cranksler because he was released first. And Phil Tankson would be my least favorite, but what is yours? Now let's go to Dirkson D'Agostino from Cars Tree. Screenshot of his appearances. All we know that Cars 1, Dirkson D'Agostino has the same name. He returned from the first Cars movie as well. And then got replaced by Steve Sickler-Page at the Heartland Speedway, I believe, before Lightning McQueen crashed at the Los Angeles 500. And Dirkson D'Agostino was released in a lot of multi-packs, which I remember in the 2010s decade. I don't think he had a mini racer release for Cars Tree, I believe. So without further ado, let's review this guy. So here he is. Made him look accurate. Number 34. And this guy is one of my... I prefer this guy over Cars 1 in my opinion. Trunk Fresh, love his sunflowers. Trunk Fresh, number 34. Definitely an underrated diecast. 263rd day of 2017. Trunk Fresh. There's his camera. 34. Nice. Flower green. I really love how he has the black and gray spoiler. Trunk Fresh. Gray outline on the rims. Piston Cup, reveal line, revolt, Nitroade, octane getting a clutch A. Like all stock cars, they have the same half small contingency sponsors, unlike the Cars 1 racers. Number 34, Trunk Fresh, neon green. And they're probably never going to do Thailand stock cars ever again, nor Vietnam. They're focusing on Cars 1 racers now, like Eugene Carbareski, like, and Ryan Shields. Like, they're starting to peg one Ryan Shields for an example. Now let's do the comparison. Dirkson D'Agostino from Cars 1, Buck from Cars the Video Game, and Steve Slick Page. Cars 1 and Cars 3, Dirkson D'Agostino are the same characters. The Cal Weathers models are the returning ones, except for Terry Cargis' China model. Buck has a very different number. Trunk Fresh is a very underrated sponsor. We haven't seen a Trunk Fresh. The mini racer Steve Sickler Page is extremely rare. Cars 1, Dirkson D'Agostino has shelf-warmed a lot at Target since 2022 through 2024. But he is a very amazing diecast, along with Chuck Armstrong. But Billy is one of my least favorites. So, which Trunk Fresh race is your favorite? Cars 1 Dirkson, Buck from Cars the Video Game, Cars 3 Dirkson, or Steve Sickler Page? I have to go with Steve Sickler Page because of his shiny metallic, or Cars 3 Dirkson. Plus, I haven't reviewed Team Trunk Fresh on my Piston Cup Knights team yet. They still haven't won the poll, unfortunately. My least favorite would be Buck, because they look so similar. He looks so similar to Dirkson, but Dirkson is an extremely classic. Now let's go to Buck Barringly. Screenshots of his appearances. Here's the Cars 3 stock car for Viewzine. And survived through the Los Angeles 500. And I remember that he was one of the first Cars 3 stock cars from May 1st, 2017. And he still hasn't gotten a Thailand release since his mini racer debut in 2020. And I read about that Buck apparently has peg warmed a lot. So without further ado, let's review Buck Bearingly, the Cars Tree stock car for using. Here he is, looks happy, nice expression, corrected windshield, happy expression, using, corrected windshield, same contingency sponsors for all the stock cars that I have reviewed, corrected windshield, orange bars that I colored. Arrows, like if you don't notice for the stock cars, black rims, light year, corrective windshields, like really nice pattern on the rooftop, blue, turquoise eyes, and aqua, light blue, sky blue, mouth, 39. Definitely an underrated diecast, but my least favorite stock car in the video for now. Nice wind, orange bottom. 98 day of 2017. He's the only Brick Yardley model in this video that I have reviewed. Fusing, corrective windshield. So let's compare them to Ryan Shields and Michael Rodor. So I did review Ryan Shields last month. A popular 2025 re-release. If you want to check it out, there'll be a card right above. A Thailand variant. I still haven't reviewed Eugene Kupireski, nor got him. There isn't a video game racer with Usine, by the way. Even though Usine is my least favorite sponsor in this video, Michael Border does not have the corrective windshield. Same 39. What's funny is that Buck barely does not have the Thailand variant. The only using racer does not have black rims is Ryan Shields. So which using racer is your favorite? This is the tough one for me because I'm not a fan of those racers. I think it's Ryan Shields for me. But what is yours? They're all my least favorites. Last but not least is Cars Tree Ernie Gearson. Screenshots of his appearances. He is also one of the returning characters, just like Cars Tree Dirkson D'Agostino. And the Cars Blood version is a very popular re-release. And the Cars Tree version is very underrated. I believe this guy got fired after the Next Gens took over after Jackson Storm's first win, I believe, but I am not too sure. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. And this guy was a horrible show farmer back in the days. This despite him not being a Thailand nor Vietnam variant. Without further ado, let's review this last stock car for this video. So here he is, just like Cars Tree Floyd and Terry Cargill, China and Vietnam. He does have this frown face, which is my favorite. Sparemint, nice, amazing tires. This is my favorite. This is one of my all-time favorite stock cars. Number 93, Sparemint. Same thing with your average stock cars. 161st day of 2017. Nice, amazing leaves. Sparemint. Nice leaves. Purple rims. There's your real life leaves. The only stock car that has an outline in this video is definitely Ernie Gearson. He does have a blue mouth and a sky blue eyes. And he does have winterish mint, Sparemint. Let's compare him to Cars 1 Ernie, Cars 3 Ernie, and Nick Shift. Ernie Gearson is one of the returning characters. All of them have same characters but different models except for Nick Shift. This is actually a China variation of Nick Shift. I still have reviewed Team Sparemint for Piston Cup nights. This is the year of Sparemint. If you want to check out Team Sparemint on my playlist, there'll be a card right above. Sparemint has changed over the years, but Nick Shift is extremely one of my least favorites. Unfortunately, the China factory custom hasn't had any metallic. What's funny about the factory custom, it says Sparemint. And the back too. So, which Sparemint and Sparemint race is your favorite? Cars 1 Ernie, Cars 3 Ernie, or Nick Shift Sparemint? I'm obviously going with Cars 3 Ernie because he has an amazing design. Cars 1 Ernie looks more accurate. But Nick Shift is my least favorite. But what is yours? Let's get out Terry Cargill before we leave. I don't know which Terry Cargill I should get. Factory custom or the accurate one? I think I'll have to go with the accurate one. They look so similar. Ernie Gearson is more of a classic, but Terry Cargill is more iconic with the inside-out triple dent logo. I think this will conclude for our final suggestion video and our final diecast review in this house and apartment before we move out of Chicago. I really hope you enjoyed this review, and thank you so much, Thomas Mania BR, for this suggestion. And like I said, suggestions are closed for now, and I don't know when suggestions will be back at the moment, and next video will have a collection video. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time, and goodbye.